Hi guys, Tina here. And I want to talk to you about loneliness. This is the time of year where loneliness can really tend to pop up. And what's interesting about it is that you could have all the people around you that love you. You could have a lot to be grateful for, and you can still be lonely. And could you be picking up on other people's energy? Maybe. Could you be sad because of what the holidays bring up if you lost someone? Yeah, maybe. And yeah, I mean it is those things, but I want to drop in a little deeper. And I'm called to do this because I woke up a little lonely. And I had such an amazing full day yesterday, full of expansiveness, that it was like, oh, here it is, the contraction that's followed by the expansion, and, all the stuff that I know energetically. But it doesn't matter what I might know. I just kept asking all morning, who is the one who's lonely? And this is something that I do often in my practice. And I know too to ask the question, but not necessarily search for the answer, because the answer lies in the frequency of the question. So I just kept saying, who is the one who's lonely? I'm willing to meet you here. And as I sat and just asked and felt and breathed and received the moment, the answer is that the me that is lonely on the inside is the one that is looking for my attention from the one who's getting caught up in the busyness. In other words, when I feel this way, it was like, let me get online, let me talk to someone, let me text someone back, let me search for this site, let me create a post, let me do a recording, right? Like all these things to fill the gap, consciously or unconsciously, to escape the loneliness. Well, who is that one that I'm escaping? Who is that one who doesn't feel enough by just being, by just doing nothing? And so, even though I might have good intentions to accomplish the task, to do something productive, to keep my mind busy, as my family always says, what am I denying in that moment? Who am I not meeting in their loneliness? Where honestly, the truth is, just being and doing nothing is enough. Who says that if I do something and it gets attention, that that's what success is? Just because the world may say that doesn't mean that that's the divine truth. It actually isn't. That's why people can accomplish and do all of these things and then still be miserable or still be depressed. So I just sat with it, and I even wrote here in my journal, it's the me inside who, by just being, just living, doesn't feel enough. She doesn't feel enough because of the me caught up moving to a new task, wanting to feel better, wanting to not feel lonely, wanting to feel anything other than this lonely feeling. The lonely me is looking for my acceptance, that she can do nothing and still be perfect, that she is the answer just by being. Just by being her true self, she's everything. There is no need to do anything. What if I got to know her more fully? What if in those times of loneliness, rather than moving to the task or to the doing, I did as I did today, and I just sat with her, breathing into that loneliness to open. I wrote here, what if I breathed open into her rather than moving on to the next busy thing? What if I asked her what she needs? And when I did, she just said, your love, your presence, to just be here with me now. And I spent a few minutes and then began to cry. All that was needed was more of me being with her, breathing into her, opening, not doing, but simply being in the space in between the doing. Letting her know that it's okay that she feels just as she feels. That it's okay to just be silent and slow in the nothingness. And then, of course, softening. And the more that I softened my body, I felt the light come in. I teach it all the time, but it's one thing to teach it, to speak it, and it's a whole other thing to embody it, to do the practice, to walk the talk. And so by meeting yourself in the loneliness, you come face to face with your radiance, with your divinity. It's not about fixing it. It's not about trying to make it go away. It's not about feeling better. I know we all want to feel better, but what if the key to feeling better is meeting yourself in the moment that you're most resisting it? The moment that you're most resisting. So whether it's loneliness, whether it's anxiety, whether it's fear, whether it's anger, are you willing to breathe into it and meet yourself there? That's where the magic lies, because you are the magic, the you on the inside, when you meet yourself fully there. And even if you do it just a little, just for a few minutes, and make that your practice, you will see a profound shift. You will feel a shift. So anyone out there that might be lonely, like I was this morning, can you just breathe and be and let those feelings rise? You want them to come up and out. You don't want them on the inside. It may feel overwhelming, but it's only overwhelming because it's something that's new that you're not used to, and there's a part of you trying to control it. What if you surrendered the control and felt anyway, and breathed into it anyway, and met yourself anyway? Try it and tell me how it goes. Happy holidays. Sending you so much love.